Hello everyone, SuperBricks37 here. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the 75292, the Razorcrest, which includes 1,023 pieces and retails for $120 USD. And it includes 4 minifigures, 1 baby figure, as well as 2 stickered Carbonite characters. So let's go ahead and start by taking a look at those minifigures. Alright, so here's our first 3 figures, and these are all the traditional style minifigures in the set. We have a Scout Trooper, the Season 1 Mandalorian, and then Greef Karga. And this version of Greef Karga is exclusive to the set. So let's just go ahead and start with the Scout Trooper. And I absolutely love this figure. He's got so much awesome printing all the way around him. I really like this new helmet mold where it's got all the little details all around it. As well as the back torso printing is really good as well. And I really like that they included the black arms as well, which is really awesome. Then we have the Mandalorian figure, and this figure came in a couple sets as it is the main figure from Season 1 of the show. But he does have some really nice torso and leg printing, as well as a really nice Mandalorian helmet. And then a good build for his rifle. And then one of the new skinny capes, and then some back torso printing as well. So this figure's pretty good, but I do prefer the Beskar Mando over this one. Then for Greef Karga, who is probably the most valuable figure in this set, because he is exclusive. He's got a really nice face print right there with his little angry expression. And then we've got some good torso printing, no leg printing though. Turning around, just some lines on the back. And then if we turn his hair around, you can see he's got a nice cheerful expression as well. And if you don't have a Lando Calrissian, you could always use this head for him as well, because it would work pretty well. So now let's take a look at the more non-traditional figures. Alright, so for our non-traditional minifigures, we'll start with probably the fan favorite figure of the set, and that is the Baby Yoda, or Grogu. And this figure uses the traditional Lego baby piece with a molded rubber head that can detach just like that, and that's the only way you can disassemble this figure. But he does have a little bit of printing right there on the torso, as well as those big black eyes are printed onto the rubber piece as well. I don't know why it's not focusing. There we go, now we're focused. So yeah, there's Baby Yoda. Next up, we have IG-80, or IG-11 rather, which is the assassin droid from Season 1 of The Mandalorian. And he uses the pretty stereotypical assassin droid build, where he's using the droid legs, the droid body, the droid arms, then the cone piece and the printed cylinder for the head, which I think looks really awesome. Then he also has a secondary rifle on his back, but I'm not a big fan of how far that sticks out. So if you're looking at it from the side, it looks a little weird, but if you're looking at it head on, it doesn't look too bad. So yeah, there's that. Then next up, we actually have 2 characters that aren't necessarily figures, but they are included in the set, and they're these 2 Carbonite figures. They do have some nice sticker. They got a nice sticker on the front, but that's really it. But I thought I'd go ahead and include them in this section anyway, since they are technically characters. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the build. Alright, so the build of this set is actually only one big build, and that is the Razorcrest ship. Now, as you can see, this thing is absolutely ginormous, and even though it isn't necessarily a part of the Star Wars universe anymore, I think this is still a really awesome ship to have, not only as a display piece, but just as a ship just to have as a collector. So let's go ahead and start with the cockpit and the front end of the ship. So you can see we've got these really nice slopes going all the way down the front, as well as these cannons. One thing I really don't like about this is you can see the yellow pieces through the cannons, which is a little bit ugly to me, but I guess it is what it is. Then we have the printed canopy piece, which looks really nice. You can see the printing on that. Looks pretty good. Then inside the cockpit, we have 2 seats, as well as a printed control panel. So you can actually take 2 figures. We'll take Grief Karga, set him in the back seat, and then we'll grab the Mandalorian, set him in the front seat, just like that. And you can also take Baby Yoda and put him right in the Mandalorian's hand, and then put the cockpit back on. And there you go, you're all loaded up and ready to go. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the cockpit. And then if you drop these 2 wall panels down, you can see inside we have a bedroom area with some stickers on the back wall, which look pretty cool. And you can lay a figure right down there in that bed. Then on the other side, we have a little armory where you can store some weapons like the Mandalorian's rifle whenever they are not in use. So that's pretty awesome. And then that just closes right back up as well. Then on this side, we get a little door right here, which just acts as like an entrance ramp into the ship. That's an entrance ramp into the ship, just like it does in the show. On the other side, you get that as well. And then these back 2 doors open up as well, giving you even more interior space. So you can drop that one, and you can drop this side, and you can drop the back hatch as well, which opens up the full interior for you to play in or display figures or make scenes in. Let's go ahead and drop the camera down a little bit so we can see in there. There we go. So yeah, the inside is pretty bare other than the spot in the back. We'll turn it around here, where we can actually slide in our 2 carbonite characters. They slide in just like that. They're a little bit finicky to get in there right, but once you get them in there, they're not going to come out. So there, just like that, they're in there. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the interior. It is pretty bare, but it's nice and open, so you have a little bit of freedom to do whatever you want in there. So let's go ahead and close it back up. You just raise that back ramp up. Then that side wall. And that side wall. And that's pretty much it for the interior. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the top details. Alright, so we'll start with these nice big engines, and they do have one big sticker along here, which is a little bit of a pain in the butt to put on, but once you get it put on, it looks pretty good. And I also really like the use of these basket pieces for the back of the engine. I think that was pretty unique. And one annoying part of the build was building these little things, because you have to build all of these for one side, then you got to build them all again for the other engine. So that was a little bit annoying and time consuming, but once you get it done, it does look good. And then on the top, you have a little escape pod that attaches just like that and comes out. And you can actually pop this top cover off just like that. I'll put a figure down in there. We'll just put the Scout Trooper down in. I think I might have to remove his blaster. Nope. And that just snaps down just like that. You can see his face is in there. Could be an escape pod, or you could use it as like a jail cell or something. But yeah, then that just slips right back into place there. And on top you can see you've got some really nice tiling details. I really like the grill pieces back here, making this little vent system, which looks really awesome. And you also get 2 spring-loaded shooters right here and right here, and those just shoot off, pressing down on this little vent right here. So yeah, that looks pretty awesome. Then you can see there's various stickers all the way around the ship. We got one here, one here. They're showing some rust details. Whole bunch down here. and then on the other side as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the build. So now let's go ahead and close the video and have our final thoughts. So overall, I think this set is really amazing and well worth the price. You're getting a nice big ship build and 4 awesome minifigures along with a baby figure and the 2 Carbonite characters, which are really cool. But one thing I will knock this set on is the lack of a carrying handle on the ship. Because one thing I've noticed even while just filming this review is it's a bit hard to carry this thing around because it's got a lot of pieces that are kind of fragile and will come off very easily if you put too much pressure on them. So that's one thing I will knock this set for, is no handle. But other than that, I think the build is absolutely spectacular. You're getting a lot of play features and a very good display piece as well. And like I said, the figures in this set are absolutely amazing. So let me know what you think of this set down in the comments below. And make sure you guys like the video and subscribe to the channel for more. Thank you all for watching. SuperBricks37 signing out.